You're on point 5.
Once again, Tip.
You're on point 5.
Once again, Tip.
You're on point 5.
Once again, Tip.
That's all, folks. I'm crunk. Finally did this. It took me about 105 business days to get this out. Hey y'all, I'm Christina or ex-Romastina and welcome to my channel. If y'all hear screaming or snap downstairs, my nephew and my mama's downstairs. They chilling right now, okay? So yeah, if you hear any of that, ignore it. So today I'm gonna be showing y'all how I got this simple look. By the way, if you're new here, everything I do is affordable. So if you broke, you may as well subscribe, because that's all I use is cheap stuff. So yeah, if y'all want to see how I got this look, then continue watching. I'm going to be priming my eyelids, and I'm going to be using a concealer to prime my eyelids. I'm just going to use any concealer. This is LA Girl Pro in the color Toffee, and put it on my eyes. And then I'm going to blend this out using an E.L.F. blending brush. Now I'm going to be setting this with translucent powder, this Airspun Translucent powder. And I set this just to avoid creasing. And I'm going to set it using this E.L.F. Flawless concealer brush. It doesn't matter what you use can use anything to put it on. And I'm just tapping it in. So that's that. It's set. And now I'm going to be going in with my eyeshadow. And I'm going to be using this Delancey palette. I love this whole lady. You may as well get this on. I'm going to be going in with Nightingale as my transition shade. Why am I looking like that? And I'm going to be using a Wet n Wild crease brush to blend this into my crease. And now that I'm done with that, I'm going to be blending Cocoa into my crease. This right here. Now I'm going to blend it into my crease and then just work it down to my eyelid, because this shade was basically used all over my lid. So just go crazy with it, y'all. Just put it on there. Don't gotta be perfect. And you can just build this color up. That's what I'm doing right now. So if you really want this cocoa shade to show up, like really show up, you can use a eyeshadow brush and just pack the color on the lid. And that's what I'm about to do right now. And look how pigmented that is. Like this. It picked up on a Anyway, you guys, I'm just going to apply it on my eyelid. And I'm just going to tap it in. And right there you can see the difference that makes. And I'm picking up a little bit more product on this crease brush. I kicked my damn camera. So I'm going to pick up a little bit more product on this crease brush and blend it into my crease. And the color I use is Cocoa, by the way. And now that that's done, it's time for eyeliner. This is probably the most simplest basic tutorial I've ever done. So this is wild. The eyeliner that I use is Wet n Wild waterproof eyeliner, liquid eyeliner. And I personally don't like the brush that comes with this. It's like a felt tip brush. Don't really care for this brush, so I like to put it on the back of my hand. And I use a angled brush. This brush is dirty as hell. But I like to use an angled brush and then apply this onto my eye. This is actually just a random art brush I got from Walmart. It came in a pack. So I'm going to tap my brush into this. I like to coat both sides. And then I start Actually, it depends on how I'm feeling where I start, but I just go with the flow when it comes to my eyeliner. I guess today I want to start on my lash line and just line the outer part. And I like to start off thin and then work my way thicker. Less is more when it comes to makeup. And again, I'm using my pinky for stability. By the way, a tip to help you have a more steady hand, use your pinky to, you know, stop from shaking. Okay? I don't even know if that made sense. But the pinky helps your hand be more stable than not having the pinky resting on the face. Yeah. I'm gonna give y'all a tip. This gonna be a tip, y'all. So when you're doing your winged eyeliner, you want to look forward, because the way your eyes look when you look down and when you look forward is gonna be totally different. So like your wing may be cute when your eyes is closed, but when it's open, you may have a bat wing or something on there, okay? So this is personally what I've learned. Look forward. Now I'm going to angle my brush at the edge right here. I'm gonna drag it up while my eye is open, and then drag downwards. I like to go like from right at the middle of my line and then drag downwards instead of at the top of my line. And I like to drag my line upwards once I've already connected everything, just so the line is sharp and everything. So now I'm just going to finish my line. Also, one thing I like to do is when lining my eyes, I like to hold it down at an angle just so I can have it as thin as possible. Hopefully y'all can see from the side, but I like to hold it down like this, and again have my pinky on my face so my hand is more stable, and then I just, you know, go like that, and there you go. You got your wing, bitch. Y'all remember to breathe too, because I just caught myself not breathing just now. Alright, so that's done. I'm going to prime my face, and to prime my face, I'm going to be using this L'Oreal Magic Lumi. Yeah, I'm going to use this on my cheeks, and I'm going to use baby skin on my nose, my forehead, and my chin.
Once again, tip. You're on point 5. Once again, tip.
And I like to set this baby skin primer with powder because it's really slippery. So I feel like setting it just helps it basically. So I'm going to be using this Airspun Translucent powder to set it. And I'm only setting where I put that baby skin primer. I look white as hell. I look like a ghost. I'm just going to hop right into my foundation. And I'm going to be mixing this NYX foundation with this Wet n Wild foundation, and then I'm gonna put a bit of this Shea Moisture foundation in it. I absolutely hate this formula because it's very oily, but my face is pretty dry when I use these two alone, so this kind of helps balance it out. And then I'm going to blend this in with my Ultimate Blending Brush from E.L.F. I'm just going to tap it into my skin. Okay, so now that I'm done blending that in and I look like a Oompa Loompa, I'm going to be concealing my face with this LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Toffee. And I'm just going to apply it underneath my eyes, on my nose, my forehead, my cupid's bow, chin, those places basically. And then to blend this out, I'm going to be using this E.L.F. Flawless Concealer Brush. And then I'm going to go over all of those areas with my foundation brush just to make sure it's blended seamlessly and flawlessly. And I'll just go over the edges of the concealer, like where I blended it. But now I'm going to apply this same concealer right underneath my cheekbone. Then I just go over that with my foundation brush just to make sure it ain't standing out, basically. Let me do a flash test. A flash test can save your life, okay? A flash test can tell you when your concealer and stuff not blending good, when your foundation not blending good. This test tells all. So I'm gonna just do it, see if it's good. Looks fine. This is how it looks. I look pretty orange and yellow, but I'll make sure this is blended before I set underneath my eyes. And then I'm going to take my Airspun Translucent powder and set all the places that I applied my concealer except underneath my jawline, because I personally don't like that look. And I'm going to use a sponge to apply this. And I'm going to tap off any extra powder that I don't want to be using. I don't like to use a lot of powder, honestly. I feel like tapping it off kind of helps avoid flashbacks. I just dropped my stuff. Yeah, tapping that off. I'm just going to press it into my skin. I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe this off because I don't like to bake and I apply too much powder. I'm using my all over face brush from E.L.F. So now that all of that is wiped off, I'm gonna be setting the rest of my face with this black Radiance powder. It's basically like a pressed powder, and I'm just going to apply this on my face. I like to go over the areas that I applied my concealer, just to bring more color back into my face, and then I'll apply it all over. And now I'm going to be powder contouring my face. And I'm going to be using this Black Radiance palette. And I'm going to be using this Wet n Wild contour brush. Just going to use that and tap it into my cheekbones. And then kind of blend it up into my hairline. Then I'm going to carry it onto my temples and my forehead. And I kind of like to tap it and brush upwards into my hairline. And then I like to take any excess product and then just take it along my jawline. And now I'm going to be taking this E.L.F. brush and I'm going to go in with this contour shade right here and contour my nose and my cupid's bow. And I'm tapping off the excess product, so I'm not putting too much on. And now I'm going to go over those lines with my foundation brush just to make sure there's no harsh lines or anything. And I'm going to go over that with my foundation brush, so it's not too harsh. I'm going to be using this NYX blush. You can use any blush, honestly. It's pretty old. Like, I don't even know if they still sell this in stores. Like, that's how old it is. And I'm just gonna use my Wet n Wild brush and just tap it on my cheeks. I like to put it close to my contour color because I don't really care for my blush to show up like that. Now I'm going to be doing my bottom lash line. And I'm just going to be using that color Cocoa with my E.L.F. eyeshadow brush. And I'm going to just smoke this out on the bottom lash line. And then I'm going to take my Eco Tools brush from earlier. Put a little bit of that product on there, tap it off, and then smudge it a little bit more. And then I'm going to be putting Wheatfield on the inner corner of my eye. And I'm going to be using this E.L.F. crease brush to apply this. And now that that's done, I'm going to be applying my highlights. I'm going to be using my Wet n Wild creamy base, rubbing it on my finger, and then tapping it on my as highest point of my cheekbones. I'm also applying this on the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow, and a little bit on my chin. And then I'm going to be taking my Wet n Wild. Oh, this is not Wet n Wild, bitch. It's not Wet n Wild. I'm going to be taking this E.L.F. blush brush and this Kiss eyeshadow in the color 24K. And tapping off the excess. Applying this on top of that creamy base. And then I'm going to flatten out my, well, first I'm going to put the product on my brush. And then I'm going to flatten my brush like this so it can fit right on the bridge of my nose. And just tap it on. Then I'm going to unflatten it and do like this to blend it a little bit more. Then I'm going to flatten my brush again, apply it across my Cupid's bow, and then just tap some on my chin. And then I'm going to be going on top of that with this Wet n Wild highlighter in the color Precious Petals. And I'm just going to apply that on top. And that's how I'm moving. I want it to be a little bit more blended right here. Yeah, I like that. That's cute. I'm going to put a little bit more of this Airspun Translucent powder right between my nose and my highlight, just so it don't get oily right there, and also for a good contrast between matte and dewy, because I feel like that helps you prevent looking oily. Now I'm going to just wipe it off. And I'm going to go on top of that with my pressed powder, just so I don't look white once again. And now that this is basically done, I'm going to be spraying my face with my Mario Badescu. And I'm also going to be spraying it with my NYX matte spray. And I'm going to put on the matte spray first. And then I'm going to spray it with my Mario Badescu. For my lips, I'm going to be using this Jordana Easy Eyeliner pencil in brown. And I like to use this because I personally like the color of it. And also it's very, you know, smooth. Very smooth. I'm going to line my lips. Damn, my lips dry. And then I'm going to go on top of that lip liner with this L'Oreal Paris lipstick in Saucy Mauve. And then I like to put a lip gloss on top. You can use whatever lip gloss that you want. I usually get mine from the beauty supply. Today, I'm going to be using this Nika K lip gel. A lot of the stuff is rubbed off on it, but this is how it looks. Now I'm going to be putting on my eyelashes and my mascara, and that's basically going to be it because that's the last thing to do. So the eyelashes that I'm using today are these Salon Perfect eyelashes. They are in 614. I forgot to say you can find these eyelashes at Walmart, by the way. Alright, mascara time. I use just basic mascara. I use E.L.F. mascara because it's cheap and I don't really care about mascara. And then I'm going to go on top. Be very careful. I'm going to use my brush to go on top. I'm just covering the lash band. And that's it. That's all, folks. I'm curled. But yeah, this is the finished look. I hope y'all enjoyed, had a good time, learned something from this video. That's about it. Basically, everything that I used on my face will be listed down below in the description box. And that's it. Bye, y'all.